Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. I seriously need to redeem myself after the last 2 runs. I'd like to do mage again, but I did just do that. I don't know. Where am I lit? Like, it was warrior and then mage. For some reason, though, I feel kind of like I did a warlock recently anyway, so I guess I'm going with hunter.
The hunt begins.
Not necessarily my favorite in the arena, but it can be really good. First card, not necessarily what I would have liked. Hunters can get a lot of damage cards. I don't know if I'm going to get them. That's the tough part. Should probably take the Alchemist because I don't know, but I'm going to take the Ancient Mage, even though they kind of screwed me in my mage run. Okay. Tracking is super strong, right? I know that. But it does make you discard those cards. So if all 3 of those cards are things that you wanted soon, 2 of them are gone forever. They're not coming back. And if the game goes long, if you run into a priest who's just stalling, or just some situation where neither one of you can keep a minion alive, this is helping. This is 3 cards closer to deck death, 3 cards closer to fatigue. So even though this is a super good card, and I should definitely take it, I don't like it, and I'm not going to take it. I'm going to take the Scarlet Crusader. You can flame me for that, and you will probably be right. These guys are all very good. I don't know how many beasts I'm going to get for him. Like, this guy, he got cut from my Constructed Hunter deck. He should be really good, but I just find he doesn't quite work out right. Harvest Golem is amazing because it's 2 creatures for the price of 1. Abusive Sergeant, very strong because, you know, he's abusive. But I think I'm actually going to go with the Harvest Golem because I'm more interested in that mid-cost sort of butt-kicking stuff. Acolyte of Pain could draw me multiple cards, potentially. He's really good, but I'm going to go with the Dark Iron Dwarf. Just be more offensive, more like killing this. Now, this is tough. And the Harpy's not my favorite. Tauren Warrior, he has Taunt, and then he can go crazy and do a lot of damage, potentially. It doesn't usually happen, and if you don't have a way to engineer it like a mage does. But he's still pretty decent. And Snipe, not one of my favorite cards, but it does help you gain, like, if you can take control of the board otherwise. You don't want to be playing, when your opponent has creatures and you don't, you really don't want to be playing this. You're just making the situation worse by not playing a creature on your turn, right? By not playing a minion. But if you have minions and your opponent doesn't, this can kind of seal it. This can totally mess them up. So it does give you board control in that way. There's a good chance of killing something early game. Late game, it can make something weaker so you can deal with it. Like, your opponent can play around it. They can predict that you have Snipe. They should. But it does force them to play around it. I think I'm going to try the Snipe, even though I don't normally like that card that much. This is not the greatest set of cards. I'm going to take him because he's a beast. These guys are kind of equalish in my eyes. Like, he's got Taunt, but he's too weak to survive much. He's got Taunt, but he doesn't kill much. So he just sits there and eats 1 or 2 attacks for 1 more mana. But I'm going to take him because he's a beast. These are not giving me the traps I want. This one's actually not bad. Because one thing I've noticed, this compared to the other traps, this is when an enemy minion attacks. This doesn't care what it attacks. A lot of the good ones are only when they attack a minion and not when they attack me, or vice versa. A lot of them are only when they attack me and not when they attack a minion, so they kill all my minions first before triggering the explosive trap, right? This doesn't give them that choice. And not only does it bounce, it doesn't just bounce their guy, which would be weak, but it bounces their guy and makes their guy cost 2 more, which is okay. After going through all that, though, I'm going to take another Scarlet Crusader. Because I'm hoping to just get a lot of creatures and beat down my opponent. Impmasta is too weak for me. I know they're annoying and they can do stuff, but it never feels like they're doing enough. The Twilight Drake, if you get it early, it's going to be big. And even sort of mid-game, even if you have like 3 cards in your hand, it's still a 4/4 for 4. That's good enough for arena work. You're a Murloc. Don't like you. I'm gonna go with you. I don't know how many ways I'd have to boost that Wind Fury thing. Imp Master again. Pint-sized Summoner. She tends to just sort of die off before you can get her use. I think I'm actually going to take the Young Priestess. I don't have any 1 or 2, or hardly any 2-drops yet. And when you play her, if you play her later in the game when you have something else out, she just does it right away. So this is a little tougher, because he is super awesome, but you can't beat Animal Companion. It's actually, like, one of the most powerful things you can get for 3 mana, even though you don't control what it is. I'm taking the Eaglehorn Bow, because this thing is a weapon. It can 3 attack twice is already very useful for removing creatures, and then if any secrets trigger and give it extra durability, it's awesome. Everything loses out to Starving Buzzard, basically. I don't know what kind of crazy psycho things they could put out there. I'm sure there are some, but the Buzzard is amazing. It's kind of tough, because, like, I don't know how many beasts I'm going to have. I have a few. Loot Hoarder would be good, because he draws me a card. But the Hyena is a beast, and then the more beasts I have, the better he is, too. I think I gotta take the Hyena. I'm probably gonna not have enough card draw in here, but we'll see what I can do. Bloodsail Raider, pretty good. I'm not going to have that many weapons. So even though this is actually an amazing creature, I don't think this is the right deck for it. Fairy Dragon is not a beast, it's a dragon. So Tundra Rhino has other advantages. He's a 2/5 charge for 5, because he gets to give himself charge, unlike the warrior guy who is cheaper. He gives himself charge, and then if he stays alive, he can give my other stuff charge too, so we'll try that. The new version of Unleash the Hounds, a recent patch changed it. It used to be super strong. It used to be a 1-cost card that gave all your minions charge until end of turn, and gave all your current minions permanent +1 attack. And it was crazy, and what people would do would they'd keep using their Hunter ability to do 2 damage as often as they could, and they just kind of delay and delay until it got your opponent down to around 17 and had play a bunch of cheap cards like Starving Buzzard, Scavenging Hyena, Bloodfen Raptor, 1 or 2 more, preferably ones that boost the attack of the others, and then you unleash the Hounds and kill your opponent in 1 shot, just from out of nowhere. That doesn't happen anymore. Now it's more of a counter to being outnumbered. If your opponent, for each enemy minion in play, you summon a 1/1 Hound with charge. So if your opponent has 2 minions, you're only getting 2 1/1s for 4. Although they do have charge, so you can use them right away. They are beasts, so they will trigger the Starving Buzzard, the Hyena. If anything you have gives beasts a bonus to attack, that's good. So it's very interesting that way. This is a comeback card. If you're in the lead, it doesn't tend to help, but it can help you come back. And after talking about it so much, I'm not sure how fond I am of this compared to just Hunter's Mark, which costs nothing and mostly kills a creature. It's kind of like Execute, except you can preemptively execute them. Like Execute, the Hunter card, is like destroy any damaged creature. And that's okay. I've found it in practice, it doesn't work out as well as it seems. But this is preemptive. They don't have to be damaged yet. You reduce their health to 1, and now they're fragile. On the other hand, it's less good if they're already damaged. Yeah, this is tough. I don't have the damage spells yet, so I'm definitely not taking the Geomancer. This is not a damage spell itself. This might be strong, but I've screwed myself trying to play it just recently with my constructed deck, trying to get it to work. I kept a Starving Buzzard in my hand forever and ended up never using the Unleash the Hounds. It just never worked out. I'm going to take the Hunter's Mark, because I know it's going to help me kill something. Okay, this is a no contest. Yeti is gigantic and awesome. Bodyguard's okay, but Deadly Shot is really strong removal, and that's what I need. Arcane Shot versus Multi-Shot. I don't have a lot of spell damage stuff, but I really need the Multi-Shot. I don't have that much yet that kills stuff, and this can kill 2 creatures, that can only kill 1. Now, you could make arguments for this, because this only works if they have 2 or more creatures, and if they have more than 2 creatures, it doesn't work very well, because you can't pick. But this has still got a lot more potential to clear the battlefield for me. Okay, pirate bonus. This guy would be okay in some kind of constructed pirate deck. Like a deck using those 2/3 guys, the Bloodsail whatevers that I really, really like, but I didn't take. It's not helping me here. This guy is just a 3/3 for 3, and if you have bubbles, you can use this and make it sort of work. And I do have some, where if I had out a Scarlet Crusader, I play this guy, and he steals her bubble and becomes a 6/6 for 3, which is kind of crazy. But then I'm losing the bubble, too. If your opponent has bubbles, this is crazy, but he's like a weird Decipher counter. And then there's the Sea Giant, who just costs 1 less for each other minion on the battlefield. So later in the game, you should be able to play him for 8 or 9 mana, right? But if things can work out, still mid to late game, but things can work out that you get to play him for much cheaper, and that might be beneficial. I'm going to go with that. It's going to be some fatness, because I don't see me having a lot more fat stuff. There's another pirate for combos I don't have, including weapons mostly. I only have 1 weapon, and 100 weapons are pretty rare. I don't really like Snipe that much. I'm going to take the Panther. It's a beast, and it can kill stuff pretty good. I'd rather have that than Snipe anyway. I don't have any weapons to make this guy good. You really need weapons to make this guy good. He's much better if you're a rogue or something. This is pretty... You could make a strong argument for this. On the other hand, the Timberwolf counts as a beast, and I have a fair number of beasts now. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is always a beast. 5, 6, 7. Not a ton of beasts. He's only a 1/1 himself. But again, it is cumulative. He's helping the Buzzard. He's helping the Hyena. Not too much other stuff that combos with them either, but then he would be another thing that combos with them. Make future beasts better. I've got another 9 so cards coming. Arcane Shot can kill something, though. I'm going to take the Arcane Shot. See how many beasts come. I'll probably regret it. Kill Command. See, this, I just need a beast out. Doesn't matter how many beasts, just need 1, and this will kill stuff good. And even without that, it's still okay. Getting tougher. Brewmaster's pretty good for... You can take a guy with a bunch of health who you've used to do damage to stuff, and then get it back and get his health back. Can let you reuse Battle Cries. This deck is going to be schizophrenic. It is all over the place. I don't think he's really doing the job. I think I'm better off with either the Timberwolf or the Hunter's Mark, which will just let me kill something. Killing things is really good. I'm going to take the Hunter's Mark. Probably dumb. If I'd taken all of those wolves, it would have been fantastic, and that's not what I did. I could take him. He's good with the beasts, but he's good if I don't have a beast out. And I worry a lot about the situation where I just can't keep something alive, can't keep something in play. That's a big concern for me, so I'm going to take him. The Tidehunter is actually also good. He gives you a 2/1 and a 1/1 for 2. It's like getting a 3/2, but they're split up. Which helps you for a lot of things, but no. Go with the Yeti. Okay, now I wish I had taken the other dog instead of the Hunter's Mark. But no, I'm going to take the Rhino, I guess. He's expensive, though. I know I have another one. He gives himself charge, so that's pretty good. He can give other stuff charge if I keep him out, but he's slowing down my deck. I don't think I really want that. I think I want... Do I want more killing? Or this is a 3/3 for 3. I have a lot of 3-cost stuff, but it does include some of my kill cards. And honestly, just having a lot of like 3-cost stuff would be good. He can heal something, or he can heal me, and he's a 3/3. Hunter's Mark will just let me kill things, though. These are just letting me, like, every time I attack with a creature, it can just kill something. I mean, my creature might die, too, because it doesn't reduce the attack. I still want to have a lot of creatures. I'm going to go with this guy. And I've already made some compromises. This guy's big and fat, and as long as I do have the other creatures, he does more. Could get the Acolyte of Pain, try and draw more cards, because I don't have that much card drawing. I just have the Buzzard, basically. But the Spellbreaker is a Spellbreaker. He's got way better stats for the cost than either of these guys. And he has the Silence, which I don't have. The Owl came up against something else that I had to take. Damn it. It is not easy. I'm gonna take the Spellbreaker. I'm gonna be very poor in card drawing. I would kind of like to take him for the taunt, but no, I'm gonna take the Owl. Silence is good, and he's another beast for the few things I have where it matters. And out of these guys, the Kodo is actually much better than I usually give it credit for. It can get rid of obnoxious things. And I mean, if you can kill everything else, there's just the one creature that he can affect, then he kills the one you want. But Savannah Highmane is a death machine. I'm going to take that. I think I'm going to lose because I don't have enough card removal, but we're going to see what happens while I straighten my poster. I really need to get some kind of mounting solution there. I need to be able to take the poster down and put it back up easily without damaging it. That's what I want. I don't actually want to, like, just nail it up there right now and put nail holes in it and all this other stuff.
Rixa versus Rixa.
Oh, Mirror Mash. Now I get to find out how bad my deck is. Awesome.
Hunt you down.
Wow. Okay, I don't want that in the start here. And honestly, I need to get more creatures. I'm going to get rid of the Hunter's Mark and keep the kill command. In case I get screwed up somehow. I do have a coin, which is good. Okay, this is much better. Second turn, I can coin out one of these guys. Then third turn, play the other one. Then fourth turn, play the Yeti. Like, that's a good set. And now I've got an Arcane Shot to cover me. Okay. I was a little worried about my start, but it's all come out good, theoretically. Now, my opponent can screw it all up, but at least I've got a start point that looks like I have a plan. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I can't just shoot it, because it cannot be targeted by stuff like that. However, I can drop a Harvest Golem, who is a pretty darn good counter to this thing. Because they trade, and then he respawns a little guy. Fine by me. Now, this can be targeted by battle cries. Really? Well, I'm surprised he wanted to do that. I would have thought he would attack me and assume that I would be hitting him. Okay, I guess it could have got hit by his bomber too, so. I really should have taken more of these guys. I was being stupid. I don't know. Each decision individually made sense, but if I could go back, like, with hindsight, knowing I would have got them, taking 3 of these guys would have been awesome. Despite the other stuff I would have been giving up. Probably play the Panther because it's more aggressive, but honestly, the Silverback does pretty well against these two guys. If my opponent is spending cards killing my Silverback instead of something good, not too bad.
Give me a quest.
Ew. Adventurer bad. Oh, and he's got a free card to boost it too. That is no good. I'd like to play the Animal Companion. But I don't know what one I'm going to get. And even if I did, I don't think it's going to work out quite right. Yeti would also be good. That guy's going to get big, but my opponent will play weirdly to try and boost him. I'm wondering if I can maybe just take that for one turn. Like, put out the Panther, which is just stealth. Take that extra weirdness and damage and stuff for one turn, and then spell break him. Reduce him to a crappy 2/2.
I wonder.
Because for now, I could just play the Panther and shoot this bomber with an Arcane Shot. Or I could play the Animal Companion, see what I get. I still have enough mana left for the Arcane Shot. Because he could be a 4/4 taunt, could be a 4/2 with charge,
That didn't quite hit the mark.
Yeah, you just got squelched. I'm going to find out what I get from this. I'm just hoping it's not the 2-4, so it's going to be the 2-4. Oh, okay, that works. I'm going to shoot that guy. Now my opponent might be able to play 2 cards, get this guy big enough to beat this, but I'll still be able to silence him. Although, at that point it is actually working out in my opponent's favor, so that's too bad. The deadly shot is also too bad, that's not good. But again, my plan of silencing him is still pretty valid. Not a very excellent use of my mana here. I can't kill him with this because I don't have a beast out. Because it'd be nice to do this and then shoot there. And I can't do both of these, but yeah, it's okay. I think I do want to silence this guy now, though. It would take all the guys he has in play to actually kill the Spellbreaker.
Your magic shall not
And
save
do that. Now I have lower life. He might just try and beat me down, which is totally valid. But if he does, and if I still have the Spellbreaker out, then I can do other stuff like Dark Iron it. I may not be doing this very well. My opponent's deck is seeming kind of weird to me right now. Ooh. Yeah, that's horrible. That is not good at all. I need this to die. I hate the idea of using the kill command for that. It only has 1 toughness, but it's a problem, because it's giving any other beast he has charge. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess that's all I can do. I'm gonna play the Panther and then kill that. I don't want to waste my deadly shot on these garbagey guys. As long as I kill him, I'm fine, but I have to use the targeted one for that. Oh well. Got all this fatness and it just never worked out that I put them out. Yeti would have been nice to have. Next turn though, I can do either one of these guys and this. See how my opponent screws me up now. I've taken the beating though. And we're back down to the same number of cards, and that's not right.
I wonder.
I think he has a multi-shot. I think he was sizing it up for a multi-shot to try and figure out, and no, it doesn't work because I don't have 2 targets. Although, no, it wouldn't let him select it then. I don't know. Because he was aiming something with that. That could be okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
For the crusade!
It's a fairly fat turn. I gotta save this in case my opponent puts out something crazy. There'll be something huge coming. Ow. It's not the end of the world, though. I've got half his health. This is actually worrisome.
The gates are open.
Doe. It's not good. He's good, but he doesn't solve my problem. I can't play him and do something else to kill the Lord of the Arena, which I pretty much have to do, because I'm going to get crushed otherwise. Do I waste the deadly shot trying to kill the Lord of the Arena? It's only a 1 in 3 shot, but it would let me keep my Yeti alive. I don't think I can do that. I think I just have to do it this way. This is not going well. Though I've got 2 pretty big shiny cards in my hand. like an eyelash inside my eye. Oh, he's beating me down. That's not good. Kill command. Buzzer. That is not good. I am just going to get shot to death. I don't think I can come back fast enough to avoid that. Okay. Sea Giant. Oh, why didn't I play her first? It would have been free. That was stupid.
Done.
Yeah, because I don't have a choice. I have to deadly shot one of those pieces of crap. Oh, why did I do it that way? I'm so dumb. She might have given him +1 toughness. Poacher's gonna fall down.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Ah, doesn't matter because I'm screwed anyway. Hooray! Yeah. Multi-shot. Multi-shot, 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 multi-shot. Wouldn't save me for long, but yeah.
For the crusade!
Damn it. Game over. Yeah, my deck's too all over the place. Ugh. His deck's kind of all over the place too, but it seems to have worked. I think I just got in another one of those bad decision chains where I don't know how I was supposed to know that I was making the wrong decision early on, but I was making the wrong decision early on, and it just snowballed. 0 and 1. Awesome start. See if I can recover somewhat next time. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button, or on your touchscreen, please lick the like button. Warning, licking the touchscreen is not recommended.